Hello, everyone, and welcome back to MS Dina English. I'm Dina, and I'm very happy that you are joining us today.
And I'm Tom. It's great to be with you again. We hope you are comfortable wherever you are listening, maybe at home, while traveling, or during a quiet moment in your day.
Today, we have a very useful topic for English learners. We are going to talk about phrasal verbs for daily life.
Yes, phrasal verbs are one of the most important parts of natural English. You can hear them everywhere, in conversations, movies, podcasts, and everyday situations.
Many learners know a lot of vocabulary, but they sometimes feel confused when native speakers use simple verbs with small words like up, out, off, or on.
That is because these small combinations can create a completely different meaning. For example, look is a simple verb, but look for means to search for something.
Exactly. The good news is that you do not need to learn hundreds of phrasal verbs at once. You can start with the ones people use every day.
And today we will practice them through real situations so you can understand how they work naturally.
Before we begin, think about your own daily routine. How many times do you do things like wake up, get dressed, turn on a device, or pick up something?
You may notice that many daily actions are actually described with phrasal verbs.
Our goal today is not only to memorize meanings, we want you to feel comfortable hearing and using these expressions.
So relax, listen carefully, and remember that improving English is a process. Every new expression you learn is another step forward.
Okay, Tom, let's start with one of the first things people do every morning.
I think I know what you mean. The first phrasal verb is wake up.
Yes, wake up means to stop sleeping and become awake.
For example, I can say, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock every morning.
That sentence is very natural. We use wake up all the time because it is connected to our daily routine.
There is another similar expression, get up. Many learners think these two expressions are exactly the same, but there is a small difference.
Good point. Wake up means your eyes open and you are no longer sleeping. Get up means you leave your bed and start your day.
So you can wake up at 7, but maybe you do not get up until 7:15 because you want 5 more minutes of rest.
I think many people understand that feeling very well. The bed can be very comfortable in the morning.
Yes, especially on cold mornings. Sometimes your blanket feels like it is asking you to stay.
After we get up, we often turn on things. This is another common phrasal verb.
Turn on means to start a machine, device, or piece of equipment by pressing a button or using a switch.
For example, I turn on the lights when I enter my room.
Or, I always turn on my computer when I start working.
The opposite is turn off.
Right. Turn off means to stop a device or machine from working.
For example, please turn off the television when you finish watching.
Or, I always turn off my phone before I go to sleep.
These two phrasal verbs are simple, but they are extremely useful. You can use them every day.
Another important phrasal verb is put on.
Put on means to place clothes or accessories on your body.
For example, I put on my jacket because it is cold outside.
We can also say, she put on her shoes before leaving the house.
The opposite is take off. This means removing clothes or something from your body.
For example, I take off my shoes when I enter my home.
Or, he took off his coat because the room was warm.
Notice something interesting. Many phrasal verbs are connected to physical actions.
Yes, and that makes them easier to remember. When you imagine the action, the meaning becomes clearer.
Let's talk about another common situation. Imagine you are preparing to leave your house.
You might need to pick up something before you go.
Pick up has several meanings, but one common meaning is to lift something from a place.
For example, I picked up my keys from the table.
It can also mean collecting someone or something.
For example, I will pick up my friend from the airport.
Another useful phrasal verb is look for.
Look for means to search for something because you want to find it.
For example, I am looking for my glasses. Have you seen them?
This happens often in daily life. People are always looking for something, like keys, phones, or important papers.
Sometimes we find what we need, and sometimes we do not.
Yes, and when we find something, we can use the phrasal verb find out.
Find out means to discover information or learn something new.
For example, I found out that the meeting was canceled.
Or, she found out the answer after checking the information.
This phrasal verb is very common because life is full of new information.
We find out news, we find out facts, and sometimes we even find out surprising things about ourselves.
That is true. Learning a language is also a process of finding out new ways to express ideas.
Now, let's practice a little conversation using some of these phrasal verbs.
Great idea. Let's imagine two friends talking about their morning.
Good morning, Tom. Did you wake up early today?
Yes, I woke up at 6:30. I wanted to get up early and have a calm morning.
That sounds productive. Did you turn on your computer right away?
No, first I made coffee and put on some comfortable clothes.
That sounds like a nice routine.
Yes, small habits can make a big difference. When my morning starts well, I usually feel better during the day.
I agree. A good routine can help us stay organized.
And when we learn English, having a routine is also important. Even 10 minutes every day can help.
Exactly. Consistency is more powerful than studying once in a while for many hours.
That is a great reminder for language learners. Small actions repeated over time create real improvement.
Welcome back to MS Dina English. We are continuing our conversation about phrasal verbs for daily life, and we hope you are enjoying learning these useful expressions.
Yes, phrasal verbs become much easier when you see them inside real conversations. The goal is not only to know the meaning, but also to understand when and how people use them.
Let's continue with some more common phrasal verbs that you can use in everyday situations.
A very useful one is go out.
Go out means to leave your home or another place, usually to do something outside.
For example, I usually go out with my friends on Friday evening.
It can also mean leaving a room or building.
For example, I need to go out for a few minutes. I will be back soon.
Another related expression is come back.
Come back means to return to a place where you were before.
For example, what time will you come back home tonight?
Or, she went to the store and came back after 20 minutes.
These two expressions are very natural because people often talk about movement and returning.
We also use get back, which has a similar meaning.
Yes, but get back often focuses more on arriving again after being away.
For example, I got back home late last night.
Another everyday phrasal verb is sit down.
This one is simple. It means to move from standing to a sitting position.
For example, when you enter a classroom, a teacher might say, "Please sit down."
We also have stand up, which means to move from sitting to standing.
For example, everyone stood up when the meeting finished.
These expressions may seem easy, but they are used constantly in real conversations.
Sometimes learners focus only on difficult vocabulary, but simple words combined together can be just as important.
Exactly. A native speaker might use a simple phrasal verb instead of a more formal word.
For example, instead of saying continue, people often say keep on.
Good example. Keep on means to continue doing something.
For example, keep on practicing and your English will improve.
Or, she kept on working even though she was tired.
I like this phrasal verb because it gives the feeling of continuing with energy and effort.
Yes, it reminds us that progress happens when we continue, even when things are not always easy.
Another useful phrasal verb is give up.
This one is the opposite of keep on. Give up means to stop trying or stop doing something.
For example, don't give up on your English learning journey.
Or, he wanted to learn the guitar, but he gave up after a few weeks.
Many people use this expression when talking about goals and challenges.
That is true. Learning a language takes time, and sometimes people feel frustrated.
But when you continue practicing, you slowly become better.
Another helpful phrasal verb connected to learning is go over.
Go over means to review something carefully.
For example, I need to go over my notes before the exam.
Or, let's go over these new phrasal verbs one more time.
This is something students do often. They learn information, then they go over it again to remember it better.
Repetition is very important when learning English.
Yes, your brain needs time and practice to make new expressions feel natural.
Let's imagine a student named Anna who is learning English every day.
Good idea. We can see how these phrasal verbs appear in her routine.
Anna wakes up early, gets up, and turns on her computer for an English lesson.
After the lesson, she goes over her notes and writes down new expressions.
In the afternoon, she goes out with her friends.
Before leaving home, she puts on her jacket and picks up her phone and keys.
Later, she comes back home and continues practicing.
Some days she feels tired, but she does not give up.
This is a simple example, but it shows how phrasal verbs are connected to real life.
They are not just grammar exercises, they are part of how people communicate every day.
Now, let's talk about another group of phrasal verbs related to communication.
Great! Communication is a big part of daily life, so these expressions are very useful.
The first one is call back.
Call back means to return a phone call.
For example, I'm busy right now, but I will call you back later.
This is a very common phrase because people often cannot answer the phone immediately.
Another useful one is hang up.
Hang up means to end a phone call.
For example, I need to go now, so I will hang up.
We also use pick up when talking about phones.
Yes, in this situation, pick up means to answer a phone call.
For example, I called him 3 times, but he didn't pick up.
The meaning of pick up changes depending on the situation, and this is something that makes phrasal verbs interesting.
Exactly. The same combination of words can have different meanings.
But do not worry, you learn these meanings naturally through examples and practice.
Another communication phrasal verb is talk about.
This one means to discuss a topic.
For example, today we are talking about phrasal verbs.
Or, my friends and I talked about our future plans.
We use talk about every day because conversations are usually about something.
Now let's look at another important expression, find out.
We mentioned it earlier, but it is worth practicing more because it is extremely common.
Imagine your friend says, I found out something interesting today.
You would probably ask, really? What did you find out?
This creates a natural conversation.
And that is exactly how you should learn English. Learn expressions and use them in situations.
Not only by memorizing lists, but by connecting them to real moments in life.
When you connect words with experiences, they become easier to remember.
Welcome back to MS English. We are continuing our lesson about phrasal verbs for daily life. And now we are going to explore some more expressions that can make your English sound more natural.
Yes, these small combinations of words are everywhere. When you understand them, listening to real English becomes much easier.
Let's start with a very common phrasal verb, bring up.
Bring up has different meanings, but one common meaning is to mention a topic during a conversation.
For example, she brought up an interesting idea during the meeting.
Or, I didn't want to bring up that problem because I knew everyone was tired.
This expression is useful because conversations often move from one topic to another.
Someone introduces a new subject, and that person brings it up.
Another useful phrasal verb is work on.
Work on means to spend time improving or developing something.
For example, I am working on my English skills every day.
Or he is working on a new project at his job.
I like this expression because it shows effort and progress.
Yes, when you work on something, you are giving your time and attention to make it better.
This is also a great expression for language learners.
Absolutely. You can say, I am working on my pronunciation, or I am working on my speaking skills.
Another important phrasal verb is carry on.
Carry on means to continue doing something.
For example, please carry on with your work. I will join you later.
Or even when things are difficult, she carries on.
This expression is very close in meaning to keep on.
Yes, both show continuation. The difference is small, and people often use them in similar situations.
Let's imagine a person learning English. They study every day, practice speaking, and listen to podcasts.
Some days are easy and some days are challenging.
but they carry on because they know improvement takes time.
That attitude is very important. Language learning is not about becoming perfect overnight.
It is about making small improvements again and again.
Another everyday phrasal verb is run out of.
This one is very useful. Run out of means to have no more of something left.
For example, we ran out of milk, so I need to go to the store.
Or my phone ran out of battery during my trip.
That situation is frustrating. Nobody likes seeing their phone battery become empty.
Especially when you need to make an important call.
Exactly. People also run out of time, money, energy, and ideas.
For example, I wanted to finish the book, but I ran out of time.
Or after working all day, I ran out of energy.
These examples show that phrasal verbs can describe many parts of life.
They are flexible and connected to real experiences.
Now let's talk about set up.
Set up means to arrange, prepare, or create something.
For example, I need to set up my new computer.
Or they set up a meeting for next week.
We can also use it when creating something new.
For example, she wants to set up her own business one day.
That is a great example because many people have dreams of setting up something they create themselves.
Maybe a business, a website, a project, or a learning space.
Another useful expression is take care of.
This means to look after someone or something.
For example, she takes care of her younger brother.
Or I need to take care of some important tasks today.
This expression is very common because everyone has responsibilities.
We take care of our families, our homes, our health, and our work.
Let's practice a short conversation using some of today's phrasal verbs.
Great. Imagine two coworkers talking about their busy week.
Hey, Tom. How is your new project going?
It is going well, but I still have a lot to do. I am working on the final details.
That sounds busy. Did you set up the meeting with the team?
Yes, I set it up for Thursday afternoon.
Good. Did anyone bring up new ideas during the last discussion?
Yes, my colleague brought up a very interesting suggestion.
That is great. New ideas can really help a project grow.
Yes, but we need to be careful because we are running out of time.
I understand. Sometimes deadlines create pressure.
They do, but we will carry on and finish everything step by step.
That conversation included many natural phrasal verbs.
And notice how they did not feel like grammar exercises. They were just part of normal communication.
This is the best way to learn them. See them, hear them, and use them.
Now let's review some of the important phrasal verbs from this episode.
First, wake up means to stop sleeping and become awake.
Get up means to leave your bed and start your day.
Turn on means to start a device, and turn off means to stop it.
Put on means to wear something, and take off means to remove it.
Pick up can mean lifting something or collecting someone.
Look for means to search for something.
Find out means to discover information.
Give up means to stop trying, while keep on and carry on mean to continue.
Work on means to spend time improving something.
Run out of means to have no more of something.
Set up means to arrange or create something.
And take care of means to look after someone or something.
These expressions are simple, but they're powerful because they help you communicate naturally.
When you learn phrasal verbs, you're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning how people really speak.
So today, choose 3 phrasal verbs from this episode and try to make your own sentences. You can write them down, say them aloud, or use them in a conversation.
The more you use them, the more comfortable they will become. Remember, English improvement happens little by little. Keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy the journey.
Thank you so much for listening to Miss Dina English today.